Ever feel like everyone else has a secret playbook for life, while you're stuck figuring things out as you go? I used to feel that way too, until I discovered a set of skills that quietly gave me an unfair advantage. Skills that aren't flashy. They don't get clout on social media, but they change everything if you actually use them. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have 21 actionable skills you can start learning today that will give you a real edge in 2026 and beyond. Picture this. It's a rainy morning in Seattle. I'm waiting for the bus downtown, soaked, carrying my laptop, and I notice a guy in a sharp coat effortlessly negotiating a coffee deal with a local vendor. He's calm, confident, and charismatic. And in that moment, it hit me. Skills matter more than luck. You can't always control your circumstances, but you can control what you know and how you operate. That was the start of my journey to mastering 21 life-changing skills that quietly shift outcomes in your favor. Skill 1, active listening. Sounds simple, right? But most people just hear words. Active listening, truly understanding tone, body language, and context, makes you a standout in conversations. I first realized this in a meeting in Boston when I stopped interrupting and actually listened to a senior manager. Within minutes, I had their trust, and a week later I was handed a project I didn't even expect. Harvard Business School research shows that effective listening improves relationships and decision-making dramatically. Skill 2, persuasive communication. This isn't about talking over people or sounding salesy. It's about structuring your ideas so they resonate. Think about a public speaking workshop in Chicago, where someone takes a boring statistic and tells it as a story that inspires action. Studies show persuasive communicators earn higher salaries and advance faster in their careers. Skill 3, writing clearly. Emails, reports, social posts, they all matter. I learned this while drafting pitches in New York for a startup. Clear writing increased my response rate by 70%. A 2018 McKinsey report found that employees spend over 28% of their time on emails. So being precise saves time and builds credibility. Skill 4, critical thinking. The ability to analyze information and separate fact from noise is a superpower. During a debate in a coffee shop in Austin, I noticed most people accepted headlines at face value. Learning to question assumptions, verify data, and draw conclusions independently transformed my decision-making. Skill 5, negotiation. I'll never forget negotiating rent in San Francisco. By researching the market and understanding the landlord's motivations, I saved $400 a month. Research from the program on negotiation at Harvard. Law school shows that strong negotiation skills improve earnings and reduce conflict across all areas of life. Skill 6, networking. Networking isn't collecting contacts, it's building meaningful connections. I started attending local meetups in Denver, helping others before asking for help, and suddenly opportunities started finding me. Studies show people with strong networks are 40% more likely to get promotions and new job opportunities. Skill 7, financial literacy. Understanding money, budgeting, investing, taxes is a skill most people overlook. In my first year in Los Angeles, learning to invest even small amounts compounded into a safety net that gave me freedom to take risks. According to the National Endowment for Financial Education, financial literacy directly correlates with wealth accumulation and life satisfaction. Skill 8, time management. Knowing how to prioritize high-value activities transforms productivity. I learned this when juggling a part-time job in Chicago while building a side project. Using frameworks like time blocking and the Eisenhower matrix, I tripled output without burning out. Skill 9, emotional intelligence. Recognizing and managing your own emotions and reading others' emotions is invaluable. While volunteering in Boston, I noticed team conflicts dissipated when I mediated with empathy rather than authority. Research from TalentSmart shows emotional intelligence accounts for 58% of success in all job types. Skill 10, self-discipline. The ability to delay gratification, stick to routines, and follow through is foundational. I first honed this skill training for a half marathon in Minneapolis, waking up at 5 a.m. through winter. Long-term consistency in habits builds compounding results across life. Skill 11, learning how to learn. Meta-learning is understanding how you absorb information best. I figured this out in New York while taking online coding courses. Once I identified my preferred methods, spaced repetition, active recall, I absorbed material faster than ever. Neuroscience studies confirm meta-learning accelerates skill acquisition dramatically. Skill 12, Adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan. In Miami, a sudden hurricane cancelled a major event I was organizing. Instead of panicking, I shifted focus, found alternative venues, and the event was even more successful. Adaptable people handle change better and are more resilient under stress. Skill 13, problem solving. Breaking complex challenges into manageable pieces transforms overwhelm into action. During a startup project in San Francisco, our team was stuck on a coding bug for days. By reframing the problem and testing small hypotheses, we solved it in hours. Cognitive science research shows structured problem solving improves decision-making and reduces stress. Skill 14, storytelling. Humans are wired for stories. Whether pitching a product in Chicago or presenting a personal idea in Toronto, stories stick. I practiced by sharing small personal anecdotes in meetings, and people remembered my ideas, not just facts. Storytelling increases engagement, retention, and persuasion. Skill 15, resilience. Life hits and resilience keeps you moving. I learned this after missing a promotion in Los Angeles. Instead of giving up, I analyzed why, adjusted my approach, and a year later landed a better role. Psychological studies link resilience to better mental health, career success, and overall life satisfaction. Skill 16, research skills. Knowing how to dig for credible information quickly is underrated. I learned this while preparing for a debate in Boston. Within an hour, I had compiled sources that gave me a clear edge. Strong research skills make you faster, smarter, and more persuasive in any field. Skill 17, public speaking. Even if it scares you, I first joined a Toastmasters in Chicago and hated it, but over months my confidence skyrocketed. Studies from the University of Wolverhampton show public speaking ability boosts career prospects, leadership perception, and social confidence. Skill 18, decision-making under pressure. I practiced this while covering live events in New York. Quick, informed decisions became essential. The ability to stay calm, evaluate options, and act decisively gives an edge in professional and personal life. Behavioral science research shows decisive individuals are more likely to succeed and less stressed. Skill 19, creativity. Generating original ideas is a skill that can be developed. I started experimenting with design projects in San Francisco. Even small daily exercises, like brainstorming, new angles for a blog post, or sketching in a notebook, expanded my capacity for innovative thinking. Creativity drives problem solving and opportunity spotting. Skill 20, negotiating conflict. Conflict is inevitable, but managing it well creates respect and trust. While working in a team in Miami, I mediated a dispute by focusing on interests, not positions. Harvard research shows conflict resolution skills improve leadership perception and team effectiveness. Skill 21, reflection and self-assessment. Regularly evaluating your actions, decisions, and results builds awareness and improves performance. I do this every Sunday evening in Boston, reviewing wins, losses, and lessons. Studies show reflective practice increases productivity, learning speed, and personal growth over time. Here's the thing, none of these skills are magical. They don't make you an overnight success, and they don't require luck. They require consistent practice, reflection, and a willingness to fail and learn. But once mastered, they give you leverage in every aspect of life: career, relationships, health, and personal fulfillment. Think back to the guy negotiating coffee in Seattle or the woman jogging in Boston's public garden. Their edge wasn't in luck, looks, or connections. It was in the skills they invested in, often quietly and without anyone noticing. Skills are the unfair advantage that compounds over time. And the earlier you start, the bigger the gap becomes between you and someone who waits for life to just happen. Start by picking one skill from this list that resonates with you. Practice it deliberately, and then layer another on top. In a year, you'll look back and realize that small, consistent investment in yourself gave you an advantage that feels almost unfair, but it's just you mastering what most people ignore. Take action today and start building the skills that will transform your life quietly but powerfully. Watch the next video to discover 15 daily habits that multiply the impact of these skills and make success almost inevitable.